Yeah, certainly excited about the guys coming in, and very excited for Q and Hoove. I felt like coming into the off season that I couldn't envision a more prepared guy, or for a better opportunity for Q to get a job, and he's doing it with a good organization. Happy that he's able to take Paul with him, so they would definitely be missed. But as far as the incoming guys, Rodney's moving down into the bench. Excited for that. Really looking forward to our consistent in-game conversation, and then Tomas. Jorge Moncada, and I know I'm missing, Brady Williams. It's going to be a fun dynamic. I think that can energize us, certainly as, not veteran coaches, but more seasoned coaches, to help those guys along. But they're all special in their own way. Brady knows our players as well as anybody, certainly our roster that we envision having. Jorge, with what he's done with the pitching group and leading that department as a coordinator, we've got a lot of talented pitching coaches, probably a good reason why we have a lot of talented pitchers. And then with Tomas, I saw him a lot in spring training. His attention to detail, organization, likely that he'll be running spring training for us, so excited for that, and then and to work with our catchers. Yeah, I haven't seen a ton of him. I've heard plenty of talk about him. I know his season ended a little shorter than what we'd hope, but I know that this offseason is going very well with him so far. No doubt very talented. I mean, I think as much as anybody right now in our organization, we're thrilled about his bat and the versatility that he's been at third. He's played some second. I would guess that with the right opportunity, he should be factored in at some point in this year, and look forward to seeing him in spring training.
As a manager, you've had a lot of exciting that's come up, and some guys it's taking longer, shorter to acclimate. But so what's it been like for you, having year after year impact guys come up?
We're fortunate that we've got a lot of people that can evaluate talent and then help develop it. So that's a credit to our scouting, our front office, and certainly player development. That you're right. I mean, we do. It seems like every year somebody is knocking down the door to come impact the big league club. More times than not, they are impacting the big league club because they're just that good. Without a doubt. I mean, I think that's Brady. Brady is on our staff because he's earned it and he deserves to be there. But I mean, Brady has seen a lot of these players at their best. I think it's fair that there were some tough goes, but that happens in the big leagues. There's a pretty big gap between AAA and AA. Between AAA and the big leagues right now. And who would be better than Brady? That when you see a guy playing with confidence, playing with a lot of energy. To give that little subtle reminder, hey, this is what you were doing. Let's get back to that. I think it'll help and it'll be comfort for all of our young players.
We talked a lot about the lineup and the way things kind of went down the season. Obviously, Eric has talked pretty openly about wanting to add.
Yep.
How much do you think turnaround is going to come from those guys bouncing back?
Yeah, I'll let Eric talk to the adding component. I think with health, a little bit better luck, a little bit more timely hits, things will turn around. But you look at the injuries that we had and the at-bats that we're missing at different parts of the year between Brandon and Wander, certainly Mike Zunino. I know there's some other guys. That's a lot of offense that we had counted for and we didn't get. So get those guys healthy and I'm confident we'll be better. Yeah, well, he's a stud. He if he can stay healthy, he's going to do special things. He's very, very talented. I felt for Wander throughout the year dealing with his injuries. For a guy that had played baseball for all of his life, and certainly with the Rays, that never had any injury whatsoever. I mean, nothing. He went through the groin, went through, I think, a little bit of a hamstring, and then the hamate bone, kind of a freakish thing that it just happens. But I'd like to think Wander's going to be better for all of that, what he went through, and know that he's extremely motivated to get on the field, stay on the field, and be the player that we know he is.
Do you think we see kind of the year 3 breakout happen a lot? Do you think that
Yeah, and I don't need to. I'm not trying to put pressure on him, but yeah, he's that good.
Have any conversations with Brandon? How's he doing as far as his back goes?
Good. Actually, I talked to Brandon shortly after when the season ended, and he was doing well. Just kind of got an update on all the injured players from Joe Benj, and it seems like we're in a good position. Brandon's going to start hitting and plans to have a normal off season with his ramp up to full swings and BP on the field and stuff like that. So excited to see where he's at.
I wanted to ask you about Matt Petraro taking over in Kansas City. Just your thoughts on, first of all, him getting that opportunity.
Super excited for Q. The last couple of years, he's interviewed, gone through the process. Before he sat down, just commented on just so prepared, so deserving. As much as anybody going into this offseason, I thought Q was as deserving as anybody. He'll do really good things over there. It sounds like he's got an organization that is kind of a lot of talent, up and coming. It'll be great.
What about his personality do you think lends itself to sort of a leadership role and just, obviously somebody who's going to be leading the club?
Sure. There's a lot of good attributes about Q. I think with his personality, consistency really sticks out. And the people that I've played for, the people that I've worked underneath, I've learned that consistency is important, and they want to see that day in and day out, regardless of the win, the loss. If you can be the same guy, and he was that for the 5 years that we were together.
Remember what it was for him that you wanted to bring into the staff? Obviously he's in the organization with him, went to Cleveland, you guys brought him back.
I think just his attention to detail. He was in the organization. Everybody thought so highly of him. He went to Cleveland for good reason, got an opportunity. But when something opened up for our group, everybody kind of slammed the table let's get him back here, because he's a Ray, and he was just very special to a lot of players' development, and the impact that he had on the staff throughout the entire organization was just great.
Kevin, with all the upcoming rules changes, shifts, pitch clocks, how do you think they will impact your club specifically, and what adjustments will you have to make?
Pitch clock, I'm thrilled about. I don't, speed the game up. They get too long. If we're playing the Red Sox and we're playing the Yankees, they turn into 4-hour ball games. So I'm not really concerned how it impacts our pitchers. They'll figure it out. The shift, we'll find out. I really don't know. Most left-handed hitters are probably going to say that they're excited that there's no shift. I think we'll find some pitchers saying that that they didn't like the shift. They're going to find out they did like the shift, but to be determined.
And then obviously the rules emphasize stealing bases in terms of the pickoff throws. Do you envision giving the green light more, force the issue more, call for more steals?
When I give the green light, our guys go. Believe we are known for they go. So I don't know if I can do it anymore. And if I put red light on, they're still going to go.
Focal point was the school change the spring training. You guys are kind of going through for the first time, learning how to handle pickoff throws, taking the shifts and stuff like that.
Yeah, Chris Prieto is going to have a lot on his plate, and for that aspect. I think our players will take to it pretty good, and there's probably we'll find some strategic things about it. I don't know what they are yet, but we'll try to put our heads together and come up with some good ideas that will prevent a team taking advantage of you, and maybe us being able to take advantage of the pitcher-catcher combo on the other side.
Kevin, you got the Judge situation, the Bogart situation. There's key guys on.
I think we're going to get them both.
How much of an eye do you keep on what's in the division?
A lot. Look, they're very special players. Got to meet them and have conversations with them. I wish them well, and I hope it plays out the way that they deserve. They're very good players, but I'd be lying to say that if Xander wasn't in a Red Sox uniform, I wouldn't cry, and same with Aaron.
Without this division, it might be the Texas division game. How much of the grind is it? You don't play quite as much.
Yeah. I'm thrilled with that. We're not playing them as much. It is going to be a grind. It's been a grind, I feel like, for quite some time. You just got a lot of talented players, a lot of talented front offices, and player development that are competing at a high level. You get tired of seeing it, but when you go into that city, or whether it's Boston, New York, Toronto, Baltimore, what they did was pretty spectacular, and they're only going to get better. You got your hands full, but I think that's what makes it fun. You can be neck and neck for the entire summer, and nobody goes away, and you watch team overcome injuries. When they have injuries, they might slip a little bit, then they get healthy. It's a pretty unique division. I would agree. You said it is the best. I feel that way as well.
All good?
All right. Thanks, guys.